What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Mayhem Reaction. Your boy Chris coming with another reaction video. This one is the Fantastic Four trailer. Teaser trailer. First look at the first family of the film called The Fantastic Four First Steps. Guys, we're gonna dive into this here real quick and check it out and get some thoughts on that. I was hoping to do this a little sooner, but you know, life, what are you gonna do? Thank you guys so much for being here. If you are subbed or you're a returning visitor and viewer, I definitely appreciate you guys coming back. If you're new here, this is what I do. I am technically an internationally award-winning filmmaker. I say technically because it's not something I'm like, hey, look at me. But I am an internationally award-winning filmmaker. I've made several short films, working on projects right now that will become our feature film, our first feature-length film, and worked in the music kind of underground scene a little bit with some folks, doing things with them in the studio, live, sound, all kinds of stuff. So that's what I do here. I watch music videos and trailers and react to them. In between my main show, I have my main show called The Morning Mayhem that comes out Friday mornings at 10 a.m. Into that, it does get a little bit more newsy and politically and entertainment news. But if that's your thing, go check it out. If not, stick around with this guy right here. But as you see right here, we are getting dangerously close to 1,000 subs over on YouTube. So if you're watching there, please consider subscribing today. And without any further ado, let's get into it. This is the Fantastic Four First Steps.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start with this. And of course, I do pause it and give commentary as I go. One of the things I love is when people take artistic creativity here and do it the right way, not just because. I filmed a whole film on an iPhone just because. No, if you have to, you could. But to just do it just to have the clout, I don't get all that. So something that's done here, you can see instantly is this the square, this 4-3 kind of aspect. And that's fitting with the times. So I dig it. It's going to widen up here, I believe. But I like that. It's an artistic choice, and it fits. So far, so good.
Make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7, on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
Now, I will go back to that right there. His lines.
Sunday at 7, on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
I'm not someone who hates on Pedro Pascal, even though I am kind of tired of seeing him in everything. Although I haven't actually watched him in a lot of stuff. I just know he's been in stuff and I keep seeing him pop up. Also, his social media presence is kind of driving me nuts. But his line delivery right there, from the second he's introduced, is just as monotone and boring as anything. And we looked at the Superman trailer, TV spot or whatever, where he's flying and his eyes are kind of all weird and everything. There's no emotion at all in his face. And I made a big point to point out that, you know, that's how you convey emotion, feelings, thinking. I mean, just anything you can imagine. I mean, the face, the eyes, all that stuff, right? That's why, I mean, I've kind of got the dark room kind of going on here, but I want to make sure I'm well lit so you guys can see me, which I know it's kind of rough to look at, but still. But right here, listen to this again. It's just such a plain, boring. You don't even want to listen to the rest of what he has to say.
Do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7, on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming? Yeah, I'll be the judge of that. Okay. Okay.
So I know this is like in like an alternate reality. It's like a futuristic past tense kind of thing. It was explained to me kind of like the Jetsons or whatever. So something else that kind of, I mean, I guess you can use that as an excuse or, you know, a crutch in situations like this. But you just had Pedro Pascal, you know, and them dressed in 50s attire. You got the whole place looking like 50s attire, 50s, 60s, whatever. And they act that way. They carry themselves that way. And even the boring speech is that way. And then all of a sudden you get to this guy, right? Thing, whatever. He's over here and he's very modernized in how he's talking. So there's like a conflict there of the time period that they're in, if that makes sense. It's got me pulled. I'm like, okay, well, I thought we were here, but you're talking like you're from here. So I'm kind of in between. Maybe that's what they're going for. But I do see that a lot in films where they're going for like a period piece, but yet people talk very modern. The topics they say, the way they articulate their sentences, their humor, is more modern. And we're seeing that right here. And it kind of takes me out a little bit.
Hey, is this guy good or what? I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious. I just want to add a little bit of zip, okay?
T-5.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know the comics all that well, or at all really. I'm kind of a normie with some of this stuff, but from what I've been reading and hearing from other people, they're older than what the comics call for. So I don't know if they would be the Fantastic Four going forward forever, or if this is just to kind of create them and set them up for something else. I don't know. But yeah, like Sue Storm is supposed to be younger. Everybody's supposed to be younger, from my understanding. So I don't know. We'll see. That's another thing that's got some criticism. Again, I'm too much of a normie that I don't really care about that part.
Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together.
I'm going to get some hate for this one. Not a John Malkovich fan. I'm really not. I think all of his lines are delivered very weird. Like, I don't feel like he's like the same character in every role he plays, just a different level of pissed off or something. I'm not, but yeah, I'm not his biggest fan. I know a lot of people really, really like him. I'm not one of them. And Galactus, that's cool.
Family.
And again, I really do hate to be this way of like, oh, I don't like this or I don't like that, or let me point out this. Look, here's the thing. DC and Marvel have both really shown us what they could do when they want to make great art. And then when they want to virtue signal and just turn around and make a quick buck, we've seen that too. And so I'm really turned off by a lot of what they're doing. My hopefulness is reserved, I guess, a little bit. I liked the old school look they had with the Marvel, logo and everything. And it reminded me of like WandaVision. And I liked WandaVision at the beginning. It sucked us into like a completely different world, completely different concept. And it was great. And then the messaging kicked in at the end, and she was the hero, even though she was a villain. And it was just whatever. I like the risk taking. I like taking chances. Would love to see more of that. But at the end of the day, they always find some kind of way to throw in their messaging or to go off the rails where it doesn't need to. They quit trying to tell a good story, quit trying to make great art, and they just try to make a noise, get some attention, virtue signal, whatever. And it sucks. I just wish they would stop. And they would be significantly more successful. As we know, they've been losing a ton of money at the box office with the latest releases. But anyways, guys, that's my thoughts on it. I hate to be a Debbie Downer here, but I mean, they've let me down more than they've satisfied me lately with what they've been cranking out. But what do you guys think? Do you like what you've seen? Or are you looking forward to I would love to see another trailer before I make a final judgment on whether I want to spend my hard-earned money on going out and seeing this or not. And with these subscription services prices going up. I don't know if it's worth going out to the theater to see some of these things. And that sucks because, again, I am a filmmaker and I would love to have my film shown in a theater and people go out and see them. But I don't see the point for a lot of these. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow, all that fun, good stuff, and we will see you on the next one.